Ready?
Hey everybody, this is Joel and
Jay
from the Accidental Retiree. I gotta work on that because I want to say at Bucerías Joel, but I'm the Accidental Retiree. For those of you who are new to the channel, bienvenidos, welcome to the channel. You must be interested, first and foremost, probably what it's like to retire and live in Mexico, which I've been only doing for a few weeks now. Hey, NJ?
Yeah.
But up until that point, I actually moved to Mexico, was semi-retired, but then kind of got involved in different businesses here and different things to earn money. So I was able to kind of like create like a whole lifestyle here, earning money, investing that money, and then finally got to the point where I could actually officially retire. So here we are. I had no idea that I'd actually come to Mexico and retire here. That was not part of the plan. So by accident, it happened. We're gonna actually talk about how I come up with ideas to build stuff. So I'm a very creative. I've been in the building industry for many, many years. I've been doing a lot of stuff here in Bucerías, Mexico, but I'm basically getting out of the development, but I got a couple last little projects to complete. And one is a house that we are helping build with a Calgary couple. So I had designed it for them. They had bought the land, so they own the land right now. I put together a contract with them to work with the builder, and now I'm going to kind of like gently oversee stuff for them as they kind of complete the process from start to finish. And I think probably within the next 5 or 6 months that house is going to be ready. But Angie had a great idea. It's like, Dad, you know, like you should share how you kind of come up with these ideas. Like, you know, you come up with the land, you start sketching things out, and then you actually design the plan, and then from that you go to the architect. So I thought I'd take you every step along the way, and let's follow this project now from start to finish. So this is going to be an easy one to get to. It's literally down the street. We're going to open the door, we're going to hang a left, and we're going to go check out Candelaria and crew. Listo?
Listo.
NJ, you're already outside.
I made it.
Wow, how'd you do that? That's magical. Actually, before we go, let's come check something out. So we got a new road. Yeah. So finally it's actually kind of done.
It's already done.
There's still like piles of dirt in the street. I don't exactly know why.
Well, they're working on finishing paving a section, but you can drive across now, which
we for the longest time, everything is blocked off. It was a total lack of better description shit show. So it's funny because like we had done the sidewalk, but it was all kind of this concrete down here, and they're like, well, that's not what it's spec. So they jackhammered out all the good concrete that we had put in, and they redid it with like a brushed concrete. But whatever. I mean, this is going to be a really cool spot now. If you're looking for a really interesting spot to put a small cafe, a wine bar, a little restaurant, this corner now is great. Hey, look at it.
Yeah.
And what a great location to be on now. That we don't have an arroyo, like a dirt river running through our neighborhood.
Yeah, let's check out this road, though.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Goes all the way from down there on our main road now. What street is this?
Huh?
What street is this? Niños.
Niños Eure.
Anyways.
And this is, we got to do a tour here. They're still kind of setting up their house. But this was another one that, you know, I kind of came up with an idea on a piece of paper, a little napkin. And then I went and I used Room Sketcher and I sketched out the renovation. They made a few changes from there, but like, look at how beautiful this turned out, eh, NJ? Yeah. And they preserved the little palm tree.
Yeah, they kept the palm tree intact. Oh yeah, but this is actually kind of my first time coming out here, and I can see they've really completed most of the sidewalk now.
We can do some downhill skateboarding here. What do you think?
Oh, it's very nice.
Should we try?
It's well done. It's also way brighter now.
Yeah, totally, hey?
With the concrete.
Well, a big step in my retirement today, NJ, was we did the Asamblea General for Cuatro Estaciones. Basically, we turned over all the operations to a group of owners, and I'm out. So I'm no longer part of that. So that's kind of cool. And the next step is getting people's titles. Like the first person is getting their title on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to go sign my first title. So that was awesome. But you know, that's the other thing. Like in Mexico, things take time, but eventually it always comes together, hey?
It does, yeah.
And so now everyone's getting their titles, and everyone's like super, well, not everyone's super stoked because you still have certain people who aren't. But generally speaking, the majority are stoked. And I'm stoked because guess what? I'm not managing the operations anymore, right? It's all with the owners. Anyways, we're going to look at a project here where actually Candelario brought this land to me. It was his cousin. And they had this like house. And why I like the land, first thing I do is I look at the land. I mean, I look at a house, a land, and then I'm like, what can I do here, right? So once I saw the land and started sketching some things out, I'm like, you know what? I can really subdivide this land into like 2 or 3 lots. And then based on those 2 or 3 lots, I can kind of do some cool things. So that was it. Literally, that took me a day. And then I ran the numbers. I'm like, it's a no-brainer. So I just bought it. So I don't spend too much time like humming and hawing. Like if I see a good piece of land, I'll do my due diligence, run my numbers, and if I can like know I can make money on it, I usually just buy it right away. I don't like hum and haw. I just like, let's just get this deal done. So I got the deal done. Instead of doing 3 lots, I decided to subdivide it in 2. Sold already to one other gentleman. So he's bought this side. I'm not too sure what he's going to do. And then I had a Canadian couple buy the other side for me. So they bought the land, and we closed on that land, I don't know, like a month and a half ago. Titles are taking really quick now. Are they really quick now?
Okay.
Like literally from the time they signed the contract, and it was over Christmas even, they had their title in 2 months.
Wow.
That's a record. I've never seen that.
So they must be stepping up their game.
I think like with the banks now, with the fideicomisos, that's the bank trust, they're definitely stepping up their game. Fideicomiso might be a new term for some of you, might be an old term for others, but fideicomiso is the way that you own your land here by the beach in Mexico. And we'll do another video on that and explain a little bit more, but I'll put a link in the description as to what a place you can go to find more information on how you actually buy land as a foreigner here in Mexico. But on that note, let's go see what's going on with the crew. Candelario. ¿Cómo está? Bien, ¿y tú? También. Es Candelario.
Hola.
El Candelario está encargado del proyecto. Y su primo fue el dueño de esa propiedad, ¿no? Sí. Yeah, see? His cousin. We're starting in the back, and I'll give you a copy of the plan, NJ. So this is going to be, it's loosely based on our house. So it's hacienda style. Right now we're actually sitting in a garden area. So it's going to be kind of cool. In the back are the 2 bedrooms. In the middle is a courtyard. And this section where the digger's in is basically the kitchen, living room, and dining room. And all this area in here is like, it's all nice garden. Yeah. So you're gonna have like a nice big wall on the front of the property. You come through the wall, come through your door, or come through the wall, come through your door, and then you're gonna come to this like car park area. It could be like an area for the car park, but like nice lush garden. And then you come through this way here. This is the walkway that'll go between the main living area and the middle courtyard. Nice. It's gonna be super cool. So I sketched this out basically on a piece of paper, 8.5 by 11 paper. And then once I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, then I transferred that to Room Sketcher, and I just designed it. Basically, I took our house and I plopped it here and made some modifications. And then when the people saw it, they're like, yeah, they didn't even make any changes. They just went. Puede apagar esto solo 2 minutos. You gotta hold on to this, okay? Safety first. Don't fall in that hole. So this is kind of cool. This is the bedroom, so really nice size. Over here, you kind of have these like this little atrium. So this will go all the way up to the ceiling, and just basically a little garden area. Yes. Huh? So let in a little bit of additional light into the bedroom. But I kind of got the idea from our house. We did that in Nana and Puck's, your grandparents' room. You know, they just have this little atrium garden area, and it goes really all the way up to Adelaide's or your apartment, basically. Yeah. You know, it adds in just that little extra light. You know, and you're here hanging out just to see all that green. That's kind of pretty, hey? So a little extra. One thing that really attracted me to the property was it already had all these big walls. You know, so you have a neighbor that's got a big wall, you got a neighbor on the back that's got a big wall. We're just got to build one more big wall here on the neighbor's side here, and you've got a nice, what I call just like a secure property. Yeah. Right? And very private too. And very private. And you know, it's one of those ones where you go through the Mexican door and you're like, oh, wow, that's behind here. Yeah. And it's already moving quickly. Like they literally just started Monday. Yeah. No, and we got the footings in. They're already getting walls in. We're already starting. This is the pool. NJ is when you look at things on paper, it always looks a little different, right? Yeah. This to them felt like tight, but I'm like, no, don't worry. Like when it's actually built, the space between this wall and your courtyard is actually,
Yeah. I mean, you can see here, right? There's the outline.
yeah.
I mean, always kind of hard to tell on camera, but there is a lot of space back here.
Yeah, because it's not a square lot. So we squared all this off.
Yeah.
And then this is kind of on an angle, but it's gonna be nice because they can add all this garden here, and they got lots of room to add lots of plants. Like it's gonna be really nice.
Okay.
So I thought I would kind of like, I'm low tech, right? When it comes to this, normally I sketch things out kind of on paper first with just like a ruler. I'll get a piece of paper like this, right? And I'll get the lot, like so that someone will send me the lot, and so like the lot will be on here. I'm just gonna do something like super quick, right? It's like I'll look at the lot, and some Mexican lots are sometimes funny, so I'll like make it a little bit more real. It's not square, right? Do something like that, So I'll get that, and then I'll like, what can I do? And then sometimes I'll like look at other plans, and then I'll just start using like a 1:100 ratio, and then basically, if you go to the one, that's 1 meter, that's 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters, and then I'll just start like doing stuff like, just very simple. I'll draw a line across there, then I'll measure out the distance between those two. Okay, that's 11.5, or that's 12 meters. Then I'll take the center point to 6, and then I'll just go like that, right? And then I'll look at that and say, well, it's kind of like weird that I don't like that. I don't want walls that are like that. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do something like this, and I'll create like a little backyard or like a little atrium here. And then, so I'll just start mapping out the project, and they're like, oh, it'd be kind of cool if this was kind of like more like a courtyard. So I might just kind of draw like a round pool there or something ridiculous, right? And then I'll do like something like that, and then I'll do something like that, and and then bang, right? And then I kind of have a general concept, and then I'll just like kind of like play with that idea. And then once I kind of understand what I can actually do, like square footage wise and where I want to go, I'll take that same lot plan. And I could do that like right away, is like stick this stuff on the software. So this is called Room Sketcher, it's kind of cool. So let me actually find the one that we're actually looking at, right? Here it is. Basically I took that paper idea, right? And then I take the lot plan and I like plot it on here, and then you can start like building stuff. So this one's kind of cool because we walk through the backyard. Yeah, so this is the little atrium area
that we were looking at before, in person.
In person, and it's kind of nice. There's a shower in the back, and there's also a window in the shower, but like a window that can handle like the water, like it's waterproof, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to allow light in from the atrium, and then there's glass here leading into the bedroom. I love these bedrooms because there's like a huge closet area. They got like a desk area. It just has possibilities, right? Like if you have a guest staying, it's a nice little spot for them to like hang out in, right? Mm-hmm. And this unit here fronts onto that pool. This is like a covered area, just like kind of like what we have in our house. Like this is like a bridge above it. So they have a nice little covered area where they have outdoor seating. And then they have a beautiful kitchen, similar to, you can pan over there and show the people, but similar to the kitchen that we have, right? And with the open windows to the pool area. And then I really wanted this one, when I looked at it, I'm like, I don't want to bring the house to the property line in the front. I want to push the house to the back and then just use this as uncovered parking. Mm-hmm. So it's not covered, it's not a garage. And so this has all this like beautiful light in the front yard, and then you have all these options to basically put all this planting, right? And that's it. And then they got like a nice little bodega in the parking area where they have all their laundry. And there's a set of stairs that goes up here, so that in the future they can basically add a second level. I always look at things like that because I'm like, okay, for now this is what I want, but maybe in the future I'll move, I can add units above, and now all of a sudden I got apartments. Yeah. Right? I can have all these apartments upstairs. I could even you could even probably renovate this in the future and change these to like little apartments. And I think that's going to be in high demand in the Upper East Side in the future, because more and more people want to live closer into town, and it's going to be more like young professionals, and they're just looking for a small apartment. And it's just like when you live in Calgary, right? You want to live close to downtown, close to everything that you're doing, and you can't afford a house or like a big townhome, so what do you rent? An apartment.
A little apartment, yeah.
A little apartment. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. And then once I have this plan done, I send it to the architect, and they basically fix any mistakes I've made.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty accurate, but I could be out by a quarter of a meter on something.
Yeah.
Like I can't give this to a Candelaria to build. Like
No.
it might end up being crooked or something. Can I show you one bonus? Can we do a bonus here?
Yeah, let's do a bonus.
So I have a Cuatro Estaciones. It's just been kind of on the back burner because I just have other things going on, but I have this vacant space on the 3rd floor that would come with its own private rooftop terrace. I call it the Penthouse suite. So it'd be a 2-bedroom with a front balcony here with beautiful ocean views. Like, so that looks right to the ocean.
Yeah.
And then you go up a set of stairs here. We have a nice spiral set of stairs, and that goes up into the roof. And I haven't designed it yet, but I have an idea for like a really nice, beautiful covered rooftop terrace with like a barbecue area up there, a bathroom, and just a place you can kind of like hang out and do yoga. Maybe you can have like your little gym up there. It could be like your amenity space, but then in the evening come up, watch the beautiful sunset. So if you're looking for something a little more exclusive on the east side, I have this potential penthouse. I don't have it for sale yet, but if you're interested, we can talk about how we can make this work. Because I hadn't decided if I'm going to do this, but I've been thinking more and more about it. And what do you think of this plan?
Yeah, I mean,
I think actually Chantel helped me with that.
yeah, Chantel helped design this a little bit. Kind of giving her 2 cents.
Basically, you come in, you get your living, your kitchen, your dining. You have your master bedroom here.
Oh, I see, yeah.
But like this nice corner area, because it's kind of a weird space.
Yeah.
But making this like the bathroom, I thought was kind of cool. And then this second bedroom here has the main bath kind of accessing from the living room.
Yeah.
And then go up a spiral staircase to the top. Like so, this would be your covered area, and the rest would be like open. Okay, but then you could have like a kitchen up there, a bathroom, maybe like freaking like even like a little sleeping area. Like it would just be open.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like even at Casita Adelaide has like the little palapa roof, and then they have the tiny little like bunk bedroom, but that could easily be another.
That could be something like
guest
like a little rooftop guest house with a bathroom.
With a bathroom up there and a barbecue and stuff like.
All right, well that's the bonus. Thanks for joining me, everybody. The Accidental Retiree. I am officially almost retired.
Getting there.
I'm getting there. I mean, we sold Bucerías. I'm close, NJ. Like literally, I sold. By the way, sold Casa Victoria, Villa D.
Oh, congratulations!
I sold it to my brother.
Really?
Yeah, he bought it.
Carrie bought
it? I was joking with him. I'm like, you should buy a condo, and him and his wife ended up buying. So we're excited for them. Yeah, things are starting to move. Once I sell those units, I'm officially retired.
Yeah.
I literally am, right? I know I still got to work this season with BC Bucerías, and I still got things to do, but in my brain, I'm retired. You know?
It's a lot less mental load.
Yeah. And Jillian and I are going away on a round-the-world vacation this summer, so we're super stoked about that. And I don't know, should I document it?
Yeah, I think you should.
You should, eh?
And let us know in the comments if Joel should vlog style his trip.
Should I blog style my trip? And I kind of go back and forth on, do I want to do that? Or do I just want to enjoy it, right? But I enjoy putting the videos together, and I think it'll be kind of an interesting twist on living in Mexico in a lower cost structure is actually allowing us to do this trip. Because I don't think I could do the trip if I was living in Canada. My costs would be too high. So I'd be spending all my money on living in Canada as opposed to not spending my money living here. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me on the NJ. We're going to keep this content going. You need to like, you need to subscribe, you need to toggle that notification bell, and make sure you share this video with other like-minded people, and let's build this channel together. We depend on all of you to you know, to just, you know, keep watching what we're doing. If you keep watching what we're doing, we'll keep producing videos. And if one day you don't want to watch what we're doing, I guess that's the day we'll stop. On that note, everybody, nos vemos, hasta luego, and adios, arrivederci, ciao, desde Bucerías aquí en México. México es italiano, ¿eh?